Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the hangar at Macomb High School as Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling brings Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Luke Little is on my right. He'll be doing the play-by-play tonight. Notice I didn't call you Kyle, so that's a good thing. And I had somebody named John Little harassing me about how I spell my name earlier. And come to find out, his name is spelled Jon. So nobody that spells John, Jon, can harass me for spelling Dwayne, Dewain. That's my take on this. I just had to get that out of the way before we started.
You know, I'm gonna agree on that because he is my father, so I'm allowed to bash him a little bit, I think. However, he did not only keep the Jon John for himself. He gave it to me, and I feel like I don't want to say it's a curse, but man, it gets
messed up a lot. My name gets misspelled all the time, so I feel his pain. In all honesty, because every time it gets spelled, it's spelled wrong.
Even with the name Luke, I've had it spelled wrong.
Yeah,
I've been called Kyle too by some people.
Some people called you Kyle. I don't know who would do a thing like that. I mean, it wouldn't be me or anything. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live with the starting lineups in just a couple minutes. This is Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We're now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
And welcome back to Macomb High School as we're getting ready for the night's starting lineup, so let's see if we can let you hear that.
Starting at guard, senior number 2, Christian Danner. Starting at forward, senior number 3, Maddox Crozier. Starting at center, senior number 4, Afton Clark. Starting at forward, senior number 11, Tyler Bickerman. And finally, starting at guard, senior number 12, Bronson Bartlett. Assistant coaches for the Rockets are Craig Crozier and Chuck Thomas. Their head coach is Bo Freetan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Macomb Bombers. Starting at guard, 5'11" senior, number 1, Connor Watson. Also starting at guard, 6'2" junior, number 3, J.T. Jeter. Starting at forward, a 6'2" senior, number 13, Landon Allen. Also starting at forward, Brian Langworthy and Zach King. Your officials for tonight's game are Doug Elledge, John Shepard, and Dwayne Kirkman. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Bomber basketball.
There are your guys' starting lineups for this battle between the Rushville-Industry Rockets and the Macomb High Bombers. Going for the jump is Jack Duncan for the Bombers, and number 4, Afton Clark, the senior for the Rockets.
Afton Clark, this running back that gave the Bombers a little bit of trouble in their matchup earlier this season. The Bombers didn't have a whole lot of trouble, but the one player that you should remember from that game was Afton Clark, running the football for the Rushville-Industry Rockets.
Jack Duncan got the tip, so Bombers get the ball first. You might see a similar defense from the Rockets that we did in their JV game, looking like they're playing a 2-3, similar to JV. Langdon Allen in the corner. Jack Duncan passes it down to Nolan Kerr. Nolan Kerr with the layup, and he hits it. Nolan Kerr with the first bucket of the game. That'll be 2 points for the Bombers. That score updated for you guys. Rockets with the ball. The drive, kicks it out to number 2. Maddox Crozier passes it to 11. Down to Afton Clark. Afton Clark with the pump fake. Backing down Jack Duncan, gives it to the corner drive.
Danner with it over there, number 2. Crozier, number 3 over there. Clark gets it back from him.
Shot by Afton Clark, hits it. Afton Clark gets the first bucket for the Rockets in the game. That was a nice shot over Jack Duncan.
Yeah, good shot by Afton Clark. He is, he's got the body, physique, and moves of a football player, but he can score some points as he is athletic.
There's alley-oop to JT Jeter from Connor Watson. A nice pass from Connor Watson, a nice layup for JT Jeter. And they get the score. Passes it over to Bronson Bartlett. The drive by Bartlett, the layup, and he gets an easy bucket for Bartlett. Some lax of defense by the Bombers.
It's kind of surprising to see the Bombers have these problems early defensively. That's been their strong suit. They're scoring some points here, but the defense has not been as strong early on in the first couple minutes of this game as it has been throughout the season. That's kind of been their strong suit.
Watson with the ball, drives, kicks it out to Nolan Kerr. Nolan Kerr with the sports corner 3, misses, rebounded by number 11, Tyler Bickerman. Bickerman bringing up the ball for the Rockets. Looks, gives it to Afton Clark. Afton Clark takes the shot, easy free throw, and it rolls out of the rim. Nice shot by Afton Clark.
The Bombers are daring Clark to shoot. I mean,
he was open.
They left him there. He spun around twice, and they dared him to shoot. He made the first one. He missed the second one. We'll see if that's kind of in their repertoire the rest of this game, at just letting Clark have the open shot.
3 by JT Jeter. Misses. Yeah, they just left Afton Clark. I think he was confused, honestly.
Yeah,
he might have been like,
he's like, I'm too open. There's something going on here.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you're rushing on as a defensive lineman and you get right through the line and don't get blocked. You better keep your head up because somebody's
where's
coming.
the pulling guard at?
Yeah,
like,
somebody's going to come get you somewhere. The running back's going to run right by you as the shot was missed there. Watson goes back the other way. I just know that because the running back ran right by me before I realized what was going on. I thought, man, I'm in the backfield, and about that time the running back went by me. I don't have a whole lot of memories from when I played football, but that's one that stuck with me. Watson for 3. It's long. A rebound to Danner, back for the Rockets the other direction. A chance to take a lead here with 4:50 to go.
You know, I was a 5'3" freshman and decided to play football, and they put me on offensive line, played guard. Man, was I small. Number 3 with the ball. Maddox Crozier gives it to nice shot by number 4, Afton Clark, his second bucket of the game.
And the Rockets have the lead, 6-4. Yeah. And a turnaround jumper. Nolan Kerr gets the bucket to fall. He's got 4 points.
The game's been close so far. Rushville-Industry trying to keep a tight game, trying to let it get out of hand. The layup in the post by
Danner with the turnaround is no good. At the halfway point of quarter number 1, we're tied at 6.
Watson drives into the lane. Nice layup by Connor Watson.
Watson, a little hesitation dribble there, got the defender on his heels, and then drove right by him.
Connor Watson, probably one of the fastest players we'll see on the court today.
One of the players you're going to see coming in off the bench for the Bombers right now went off of JT Jeter out of bounds. Dion Doyle making his first appearance for the Bombers tonight, number 30. He's set out the first semester, and he's back here for the second semester. He and Ian Case come into the ball game, and he changes this roster for the Bombers a bunch. He's a very good basketball player, but he's also got a bunch of height. As the turnaround layup, no good for Bartlett.
Doyle running up and down the court quick. In Case coming into the game also. Bombers passing around the ball, gives it to Case. Passes it, wow, right to Doyle, and that
was not meant to be.
I think it was.
No, that was not meant to be. Ian Case trying to skip past it. It hit the rim, and it popped right up and down into the hands of Dion Doyle, who gets his first 2 points very quickly into the lineup. The Bombers lead by 4.
That was a wide open layup for Doyle. Nobody was around. I'm so confused. Afton Clark with the ball, gives it up top.
Crozier with the jumper. It's off, no good.
Rebounded by Case.
Afton Clark hit a shoulder into Ian Case right there. Nearly got the rebound.
Playing football out there.
Yeah, those two probably battled a little bit on the football field. As a matter of fact, Ian Case, a defensive end, and Afton Clark, a running back. Langdon Allen down to Doyle. Oh, what a pass to Ian Case.
Nice pass by Dion Doyle down to Ian Case for the easy layup. And the steal by Connor Watson with another easy layup for the Macomb High Bombers. This is what I was saying.
A timeout coming just that quick. The Bombers run away a little bit, and it's 14-6. We'll take our first break of the day. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I told about the staff of MDH. You know, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Bomber Sports brought to you by TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is what I was saying when somebody cut me off earlier. So we'll go back to what we were doing.
2:30 left in the first quarter.
I do the same thing to myself, so don't feel bad.
The three by the Rockets, missed. Rebounded by Crozier.
And a jump ball is going to be called. Possession to the Rockets. Ian Case tied up Bartlett, I believe, right there, wasn't it? No, Bickerman is number 11. Was it 12 or 11 it was tied up down there?
11.
Okay, it was Bickerman then.
Passing in the ball, gives it to Afton Clark, who shoots it and makes.
I'm going to say that if that was your game plan, it probably ought to change it. That's 6 points for Afton Clark. He was wide open on the inbound play. Approaching the 2-minute mark of the first quarter, Bombers lead by 6, 14-8.
Connor Watson with the ball up top, looking around, gives it to the corner to JT Jeter.
It was an 8-0 run for the Bombers, though.
Yeah. Bombers had a nice streak.
It was 6-6, and the Bombers went on 8 straight. Connor Watson for a Sports Corner 3, and he nailed it. Sports Corner 3 for Connor Watson. He's got 7 points now, and the Bombers lead by 9.
Rockets had to call a timeout after Watson got the steal, and Watson gets
Doyle
another.
Watson alley-oop. He tried to lay it up off the glass, I think. He missed the shot. Dion Doyle gets his 4th point. I'm not sure if he meant to lay that off the glass on purpose for a dunk, or Doyle's late getting through a pick, came out to get Crozier.
Afton Clark gets the ball stripped from him from Connor Watson.
Connor Watson has had really active hands tonight defensively.
Langdon Allen with the ball. Connor Watson with another Sports Corner 3, misses. Rebounded, and that's going to be foul called on.
I don't know if it's Jeter or Case. Nope, it's on. I think it was on Case.
I think they called it. They called it on Case. That's Case's first foul.
I think you could have just went eeny, meeny, miny, mo, to be honest with you.
That's our first foul of the game. A solid first quarter so far for both teams. That's team foul number 1 for the Macomb High Bombers.
Bickerman bringing it up the floor.
Nolan Kerr on him. Good screen, gives it to Afton Clark. Stolen by Doyle.
Doyle's going to try to dunk this, I'll bet you. Nope, couldn't do it. He got the layup, though. He's got 6 points already. And right back down the floor, Crozier goes with it. Puts the shot up, off no good. Duncan with the rebound. Gives off to Hunter Wilson, who's in the game. Now to Doyle. Doyle dumps it down to Kerr. Kerr puts the shot up. He leaves it short, gets his own rebound, puts it up. Off no good. Wilson with the rebound.
And that's going to be a foul on number 2.
Danner. Christian Danner picks up the foul, his first, team's first.
We got 37 seconds left in this pretty exciting first quarter, I'd say, so far, although only exciting probably for Macomb High Bomber fans.
Bombers are on a 15-2 run right now.
Pretty impressive.
It was tied 6-6.
Watson with the Sports Corner 3, hits the 3. Connor Watson.
He's got 10 in the quarter.
Rockets passing the ball down.
24 to hit that button over here. And nearly another steal for the Bombers. Free tag for 3. It's off, no good. Clark with the rebound.
Gives it out to Danner. Danner with the 3. Misses off the back iron.
5 seconds left. 3, 2.
Watson
came wow! A Country Financial bank shot as Watson threw it up high off the glass, and the bucket falls. An one, an old-fashioned three-point play attempt, and the foul's on Danner. It's his second, team's second, and Connor Watson is having a game here in the first quarter, and he's got a chance in an old-fashioned three-point play.
And I screamed pretty loud on that one. That got me excited. Makes the free throw. Connor Watson is taken out of the game for Stevens.
Steven Stuffelbeam comes into the game as Watson takes a seat. And they're just going to hold it. That's how the first quarter is going to come to an end. We'll keep it here. Let you know some of our sponsors bringing you tonight's contest. First one being Ron Elby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb, Augusta, and with 80 years of car sales experience. Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.lbsalescars.com to check out their inventory. And Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. Since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. And the Old Dairy, located at 210 South Lafayette Street in Macomb, serving soup, salads, sandwiches, homemade desserts, Blue Bunny ice cream, and a full-service coffee bar. Breakfast is served all day, and they have free Wi-Fi. Visit them online at www.olddairymacomb.com or call 309-837-6700 for your takeouts. So that's where we stand here in the end of the first quarter.
Bombers leading 27-8. Had a really nice run there at the end of the first quarter.
Just 3 fouls called in that quarter. I can't talk. I apologize. Stuffelbeam, Kerr, Duncan, Jeter, and Jake Hobson on the floor. And Hobson has it, goes out to Duncan, and they'll call 3 seconds on JT Jeter, I do believe. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bombers. For the Rockets, it's number 10, Wyatt Fowler, Afton Clark, Tyler Bickerman, Bronson Bartlett, and Brennan Freitag.
Rockets with the ball. They're looking for a score here, trying to get something. I haven't scored in a while, almost stolen away. And it is stolen away. JT Jeter got his hands in there. Jeter with the fast break. Nice layup, and that's going to be foul called. He'll have 2 shots at the line. Took a hard fall.
Might be Bartlett. It is Bartlett with the foul. His first, team's third.
Personal foul on the Rockets, number 12, Bronson Bartlett. JT Jeter to shoot for the Bombers.
Went too far. Take one off. There you go. Jeter hits the first. Gives him 3 points on the night.
Makes the second one. JT Jeter's got 4 points in the game right now for the Bombers. Bombers leading 29-8. Been on a nice run. Rockets haven't been able to score. Maybe they get a chance right here. The layup. It's going to be a block call. It's going to get 2 shots.
21-2 run to end the first quarter for the Bombers.
Foul's going to be on number 10, Steven Stuffelbeam, his first, team second. Bennett Freitag makes the first free throw for the Rockets. That's their first points in a while. And he misses the second one, rims out, just barely. Stuffelbeam with the ball, gives it to Kerr. Looking for somebody, gives it back to Kerr. They're playing hot potato with the ball right now. Throws it cross court to JT Jeter. 7 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Bombers looking for an open shot, trying to get something nice and clean. Rockets playing good defense right now, long possession. That's a 3 for JT Jeter. Sports corner 3 misses off the rim. Jack Duncan tips it. but it's rebounded by number 40, Jake Hobson, and he gets the layup. Easy
His
layup.
First 2 on the rebound. Clark with it, looks down, and tipped away, picked up by Duncan.
Jeter with the ball on the fast break. Hands it off to Hobson, who makes the jumper.
Hobson played really well a few games early in the season. He's kind of been quiet of late, but playing pretty well here. I saw him throwing some down during halftime of the JV game, so he's got some ups. Maybe Deion Doyle is going to lift his spirits a little bit here.
Rockets still just looking for something. They got the free throw, but that's their only point so far in the second quarter. Nice defense by JT Jeter, and it's Afton Clark with the ball, loses it on the way up, knocked out by Jack Duncan. The ref just got
the official just played Matrix right there.
Yeah,
what was the guy's name for Matrix?
Well, Keanu Reeves' actor name.
Yeah, but what was his name?
Neo.
Neo, yeah, he did some Neo moves right there.
Man, I'm surprised I remember that.
That's impressive. That's a kick, and they didn't call it.
That was a nice pass by JT Jeter.
Deion Doyle on the rebound from Langdon Allen, and Doyle has 8.
That was a toilet bowl by Deion Doyle, but it ended up going in for him.
JT Jeter got away with a soccer-style kick right there. Ian Case nearly had a steal. Free tag's going to go back, and Deion Doyle is going to pick up his first foul of the night, his first team's third. And free tag is going to shoot 2 more. He's 1 for 2 in the quarter and the game, for that matter, I guess.
Free tag trying to close the gap. He makes the first one. Second free throw make of the game. Or the quarter for him, I guess.
Yeah, he's 2 for 3, looking to go 3 for 4 here. And he does.
He gets 75% on his free throws so far. Langdon Allen passing in the ball to Connor Watson. We got 5:30 left in the second quarter.
I was 75% when I shot free throws too. But it was misses instead of misses.
I was expecting you to be like, man, in the glory days.
No, I was never any good. Ian Case with it. Langdon Allen.
Connor Watson with the ball now. Langdon Allen passing the ball around, looking for something open in the middle. Or an open 3 by Connor Watson. Sports corner 3 misses.
Langdon Allen steals it away from Afton Clark. He'll loft up the triple, and it's off no good.
JT Jeter with the rebound. They're going to call him
stepped
out
on the
of bounds.
baseline, yeah.
We got 4:59 left in this quarter. Rockets with the ball. Score is 35-11. They're going to call a foul on Watson.
Boy, that's pretty ticky-tacky right there. And, in fact, Bickerman is the one that instituted that contact, actually.
You know, it's completely unlike the JV game. They were letting them get away with a lot in the JV game. They were calling
they did let Jeter get away with a kick, so I guess Bombers can't complain a whole lot. Playing a little soccer out there, Jeter was earlier. Free tag back and Doyle in. Clark from the right elbow. The bank shot is good for Afton Clark.
Arnold Brothers. No. Country Financial bank shot. There it is. Man, I had to remember for a second.
That's a bomber bank shot, though.
Bomber bank shot. Layup by Langdon Allen goes in.
That's a Country Financial bank shot. That was kind of a layup, but he was a long ways about from the block. That's a Country Financial bank shot for Langdon Allen.
Afton Clark with the ball, gives it. Oh, blocked by JT Jeter, but
Clark's shot.
Tyler Bickerman fell hard on that, and they didn't get a call. They said Jeter was straight up. So
he was. I didn't think he. I think somebody behind him actually might have got him. Langdon Allen with a runner. Ian Case going to save it in. That should have been out of bounds.
Yeah. Doyle with the ball makes the layup. Doyle having himself a game so far.
He's got 10 in the game now.
Score is 39-13 Bombers. Doyle on free tag right now. Free tag.
Did you just see? We'll let the free tag go to the hoop, get the bucket. Did you see Doyle right there? He was guarding the ball but looking away from the ball.
He was
looking for somebody cutting, it looked like to me. I'm not real sure, but his head was not at the ball. It was looking away.
And free tag was actually the one who ended up cutting into the basket.
Yeah, he was. I don't know. Doyle must have been expecting something from a play. And free tag knocks that one out of bounds. But
free tag going to come out of the game. And we got 3 new subs.
Hunter Wilson, Hunter Kendrick, and Lindsay May checking in for the Bombers. Jeter, Duncan, and Watson take a seat. 3:12 remaining in the first half.
Bombers passing around the ball up top. Langdon Allen with an open three decides not to take it. They get it down low to Ian Case with the turnaround jump shot. Goes in. Nice shot for Ian Case. That pushes the score up to 41-15. Rockets got the ball in the corner. Gives it up to Bickerman. Bickerman looking for somebody. Clark with the Bickerman with the shot. Banks misses. Rockets get the ball back. Bickerman drives again, looking for somebody. Gives it down to Clark. Wide open layup for Clark. That's
Ian Case left Clark there to double team, and nobody was there to help Ian Case, and Afton Clark gets his 10th point of the night.
That was a wide open shot for Clark. Langdon Allen with the ball. Only has 2 points so far. Now Ian Case gives it into the lane.
Lindsay May.
Nice shot by Lindsay May. We got 2 minutes left in the second quarter of this game. That's going to be a foul called.
Lindsay May is going to pick it up. Crozier was fouled. Lindsay May is going to pick up his first, team's 5th. Jake Hobson and Steven Stuffelbeam checking in. Langdon Allen and Ian Case taking a seat. So for the Bombers right now, it's Hunter Kendrick, Lindsay May, Steven Stuffelbeam, Jake Hobson, and Hunter Wilson on the floor. For the Rockets, it's McGinnis, Clark, Crozier, Freitag, and with the basketball, number 20 is Scott Norton.
We'll see who they called this on. That was a...
Might be on Lindsay May as well.
Yeah.
Judging by the way he's laughing, I'm going to guess it's him. His second, team 6th. Bonus the rest of the way for the Rockets after this.
McGinnis passing in the ball for the Rockets. Gives it up top to Freitag. Freitag backing down Hobson. Makes a nice layup.
He's got 7 points here in the quarter and been the lone bright spot really outside of Clark for the Rockets here tonight. 1:40 to go in the first half.
Hobson with the ball. Gives it back up top.
Hunter Kendrick on the dribble. Now Hunter Wilson.
The three-pointer for the Bombers banks in. That's a Sports Corner 3.
And a country, we'll give that Country Financial bank shot too on that.
So both of them.
We'll give it both because
All
Lindsay
right.
May. I'm sure he meant to do that, don't you think?
Yeah, for sure.
I think he did. Lindsay May with the bank shot 3.
A pass out to McGinnis. Guinness with the 3. Rebounded by the Bombers.
Wilson's going to take it back the other way. In a hurry. Nobody stops the ball and he gets the layup.
It's an easy drive.
Bombers up by 29.
We got 47 seconds left in the second quarter. Bombers trying to get up 30 here on them. Afton Clark with the ball. Passes it up top to Freitag.
Hunter Kendrick and Afton Clark know each other pretty well from football, I would imagine, as well.
Freitag with the shot. Misses. Rebounded again by Crozier.
Way out to Crozier. Freitag's going to try to hit a 3 of his own, and he does. He's having himself a quarter. One shot with 15 seconds remaining here in the first half. 8 seconds. Lindsay May is going to turn around jumper. It's long. Freitag with the rebound. He's going to have a shot, a decent look maybe. Well, maybe not. Ideally, he would have had a decent look.
He was falling away when he shot that.
He got harassed more than I anticipated, and that's how the first half's going to come to an end. We'll take a break and be back with some halftime stats here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Welcome back to the hangar at Macomb High School. Halftime statistics look like this. 20 points. Is that right? 22 points. I'm missing something. 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. Oh, I forgot another 2 for Clark. Oh, no, I missed the 2 up there. Never mind. Forget that. I found it. I found it, folks. It's okay. It's okay. Found it. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. 2 players in double figures for the Rockets. Bennett Freitag has 10 points, and Afton Clark has 10 points. Bronson Bartlett has 2 points as the only other player to score. They have 22 total points in the first half, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and those are all shot by Bennett Freitag. For the Rockets, for the Bombers, this is going to take a while. 13 points for a game high for Connor Watson. He's 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He did not score in the second quarter, though. 10 points off the bench for Dion Doyle in his first game back. And then there's a whole list of other scores. 5 points for Lindsey May, 4 points for Ian Case, 4 points for JT Jeter, who's also 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 2 points for Hunter Wilson, 2 points for Langdon Allen, 4 points for Nolan Kerr, and 4 points for Jake Hobson. The Bombers, as a team, are 3 for 3 from the free throw line, and that's where we stand. So we'll take a break here, and we'll let you hear a word from MDH at the halfway point. The Bombers lead 48-22 here at the hangar. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
All right, welcome back. We're here now with Wanda Foster, the Vice President of Nursing and Clinical Administration. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Well, what we're going to talk about today is some of the opportunities that are available at MDH for students, whether they be high school students, Spoon River College students, or Western students. MDH has a lot of opportunities to be involved and to learn, right?
We absolutely do. And we look so forward to having students here. We are a clinical site for Western Illinois University and their bachelor's program for nursing, as well as for Spoon River College nursing students and others that are doing some independent study. We welcome students, and we also encourage high school students. If you would like to learn more about nursing, we would love to meet with you. And there are opportunities at the hospital also where they can apply for jobs here, for positions. So we work closely with our nursing students, and we hope to recruit them and attract them and want to come back.
I know that publicly there's been a shortcoming or a shortage of nurses, right? And I know that every hospital and every nursing home and every clinical place, period, is searching for nurses. So how important is it for MDH to have these groups work with them, whether it be MDH or be Spoon River College or whatever the case may be? How important is it for MDH to then recruit those nurses to stay here and work as a profession?
It's very important. We want nursing students to feel very comfortable here, to enjoy their clinical experience and their opportunities here, and then we want them to feel very comfortable, to give them a good orientation. We hire new graduates, of course, into our acute care area as well as the intensive care unit. We hire new graduates in the emergency room, in home health and hospice, in our OB department, and our surgery department. These are all areas that new graduates can come into. We certainly give them a robust orientation. No one starts on their own until they feel completely ready. They have a mentor certainly with them, and we want to give them the best start for success that we can. And then there are many areas of specialty they can choose to go into. Nursing is a very unique field. You can work full-time, you can work part-time if you need to take time off for some reason. It's a field that you can kind of step into a little bit more than maybe some other fields in healthcare. We also have scholarships available through our auxiliary, through the hospital, and then once someone is an employee here, we do have some tuition reimbursement. So we will certainly help with that.
And going back to the scholarships and the shortages that are across the board, not necessarily at MDH, but everybody.
Everywhere.
Right? So everywhere. This is a profession that you can make a good living at and be pretty sure to have a job, right? So
absolutely.
This is a profession that high schoolers that are playing these sporting events or high schoolers that are watching these sporting events should consider, I would imagine.
Yes, very much so. You will always be assured to have a job, a career in nursing. I hate to call it just a job because you really want someone on that career path who has that passion for caring for people, for providing nursing care. Through your education and through your orientation, we can teach you your skill set. But if you have that passion and the desire to be in the nursing profession, you will do fine.
Yeah, a career and a job, while they might be listed as the same thing, they're really not, correct? I mean, if your career is being a nurse, you're probably going to enjoy it a lot more than if it's a job, right?
That's right. And you don't go into it first and foremost for the money. You go into it because that's what you want to do with your life, and the money certainly will follow.
Yeah, and that goes for anything probably,
yes.
But the nice thing is right now, whether the money's good or bad, there's always going to be a job.
There will.
If you can get through the schooling and you can learn to love what you're doing, there's always going to be a job for you. Right?
And it's not something for high school graduates exclusively. We have many people who have made changes midlife. We have people who have retired from their career in one thing and have chosen to go into nursing. So it's open for any age, and we certainly welcome that.
And you mentioned there's different areas of expertise for nurses. People think of that for doctors, but it's really that same way for nurses, right? I mean, you can be a surgical nurse and really become a great surgical nurse, or you can become a great ICU nurse, or you can do all those things.
Yes.
But if you really want to focus on something or be at OB, which you guys have a great OB department here, if that's what you want your focus to be and you really love working with expected and new mothers and young babies, you can do that, right?
You can do that. We also have positions in our MDH physician clinic practices as well. And if you are in nursing and you can choose to specialize in a certain department, you can choose to go on and be a director or a clinical care coordinator. You can go back to school and become a nurse practitioner, become a certified registered nurse anesthetist. You can go many different directions and really as high as to whatever extent in your education you would like to pursue.
Well, Wanda, thanks for coming and talking to us. We greatly appreciate it. I know that there's probably specific places within MDH that they can reach out to, correct? Is there somewhere that they need to call if they're interested?
I would call our human resource department and start there, and then they can help direct and guide you. They can tell you about openings that we currently have. All of our current positions are listed on our MDH website, www.mdh.org. But certainly any positions for high school students, if they would like to start somewhere within the organization or volunteer experience, reach out to Human Resources and they can help direct you.
Well, again, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Welcome back to the hangar here at Macomb High School. After a word from our title sponsor, McDonough District Hospitals, I'm having all kinds of trouble with this microphone. Just can't keep it tight. There we go. Let's see. Nope, that didn't work.
You should just duct tape it at this point.
Well, it just won't. Where it needs to be, it doesn't want to stay. Ah, well. Story of my life. I don't ever want to stay where I need to be either. So, third quarter getting ready to come your way. Here, the Bombers lead the Rockets 48-22. This is really
He's having some struggles, folks, with the microphone. It's pretty entertaining to watch.
Yeah, for you. Let's see how it is. Bickerman, stolen away by Langdon Allen, and then Langdon Allen goes down diving after it. On to
A lot going on here, and that's going to end up being a jump ball. It's going to be Macomb High basketball.
Look at Grant all over that, zooming right in on the jump ball. Good job, kid.
Yeah, we got Grant on the camera. He's been on fire today so far.
Another jump ball there.
Macomb with the basketball. Nolan Kerr.
Starters back on the floor.
Alley-oop to JT Jeter again. That's the second time so far this game that they've done that alley-oop play.
That's how Jeter got his first 2 points of the game.
Jeter now has 6 on the game. Nolan Kerr on the ball.
I foresee that going to Doyle one of these times with a dunk.
Yeah.
Bickerman turnaround jumper off no good. Rebound put back by Bartlett. Rebound now by Danner. His shot's off no good. Finally Watson comes down with it. Clark steals it away. Back the other way, and he lays it up and in.
He got high enough. I think he wanted to dunk it, but he wasn't quite there.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Afton Clark could dunk, that's some ups because that kid's about 5'9", maybe. He's muscular and got the muscle to do it probably, but he don't have very much height.
JT Jeter with the ball. Gives it to Langdon Allen. Passes it down to Jack Duncan. Thought about the 3. Jack Duncan working in the post.
Oh, left it short.
Right off the front of the rim.
Good move, but left it short.
Bickerman with the ball. Gives it over to Crozier. Shoots the 3, and that's a sports corner 3 for the Rockets and Maddox Crozier.
First 3 of the game, actually first points of the game for Crozier.
Score is 50-27, Bombers. Moving the ball around. Connor Watson with the ball. Looks down, gives it to Jeter. Passes it out to Nolan Kerr. That was a fancy.
That was a odd-looking bounce pass, wasn't it?
I don't think fancy is the right word. It was definitely a bounce pass, I guess.
I don't know if that's what he was trying to do or not, but it got there, so that's all that matters.
Connor Watson gives it to Jeter in the middle.
He lost it. Gathers it. Nope.
Is there going to be another jump ball? That's another jump ball.
Possession to the Rockets this time.
Bickerman.
Hey, take a timeout off the Rockets, would you? There you go. I forgot to do that earlier.
Nice drive for Bickerman, and that foul's going to be
Nolan Kerr. He'll pick up his first. Team's first of the second half. Old-fashioned three-point play attempt coming for Bickerman, who got his first 2 points. Now an old-fashioned three-point play to finish, and it's a big-time run to start the second half for the Rockets.
They were down 26.
An 8-2 run to start the second half, and it's 50-30. Of course, it's going to take a lot bigger run than that to get back into it. But
they got another quarter to do so, but that 3 might change it by Connor Watson.
Sports corner 3 for Connor Watson. It's back to a 23-point lead. Bombers have led by as many as 26 here. So that's where it was at the half, actually.
Langdon Allen with a nice tip.
That's going to go off the Rockets. Good call. Off of Bartlett out of bounds.
Bronson Bartlett tried saving it, but just too slippery. 5:18 left in the third quarter of this game. Nolan Kerr with the ball. Gives it to Connor Watson. Gives it into the middle. Langdon Allen over to JT Jeter. Jeter throws it cross court. Sports corner 3 for Connor Watson, and he hits another 3. Connor Watson is on fire right now. He has 19 points for the Macomb High Bombers. Langdon Allen trying to get another steal. Jack Duncan on the ball. Gives it down to Clark, but it's taken by Connor Watson all over the place today. Connor Watson.
Trying to get the biggest lead of the game thus far for the Bombers with this trip down the floor. They're back up by 26. 4:40 to go.
If I was Connor Watson, I'd just take a heat check right now and shoot that. Langdon Allen gives it to Jack Duncan, drives into the lane. Nice shot and gets the foul. He'll be taking 2 shots.
Bickerman's going to pick up the foul. It'll be his first, team's first of the second half. Duncan's first free throw off the back of the rim, no good. First missed free throw of the night for the Bombers. Duncan has not scored yet, actually.
Free tag coming into the game for Christian Danner.
Freitag was the star of the second quarter for the Rockets, and Duncan hits the second to get his team on, or get himself in the scorebook.
Bickerman.
On a positive note.
Yeah.
He'd have already been in there with 2 misses, but you don't want to be in there with 2 misses.
We got Doyle and Case about to come into the game. We got a 4-man substitution. We also got Drew Watson coming into the game, I believe, and number 42.
Holdhouse.
Braden Holthouse? Yeah.
Braden Holdhouse, Drew Watson, Doyle, and Case checking in for the Bombers. Hunter.
The only one left out there
Connor Watson.
Yeah, it was Connor Watson. I think they were kind of confused. They didn't know who all was going on.
I thought Connor was slowly walking off the floor. That's what confused me.
See, I thought Drew was going to come in for him, but guess not. Ian Case with the shot at the free throw line misses. Nice little turnaround. Doyle with the rebound and the bucket. Doyle having himself a great game so far.
He's got 12. The Bombers up by 29.
Connor Watson on the ball. Now Drew Watson on the ball, but that's going to be an unerrant turnover by the Rockets.
Triplett checking in for the Rockets, replacing Clark.
Triplett had a decent game for JV today. We'll see if he can bring that over to Varsity. Bombers up 29, their largest lead of the game so far. 3:48 left in the third quarter. We only got one foul so far. It's gone pretty fast. Drew Watson bringing up the ball.
Don't say things like that.
I don't even know what I said.
You jinx us.
Oh.
It's been going pretty fast.
Ooh, out of bounds by Ian Case.
Ian Case trying to get that to Doyle and probably should have just shot it, but getting a little too fancy.
You know, this game is going really slow right now, guys.
It doesn't work that way. Nice try, though. Bickerman gives it to Bartlett. Gives it to Freetag. Freetag on the weave. Going to drive on Doyle. Puts a left-handed layup up and in.
Nice layup by Freetag. Freetag trying to stay hot after the nice second quarter that he had.
He's got 12 points.
Drew Watson with the ball. Gives it to Holthouse. Gives it over to his brother. Connor Watson for the Sports Corner three. He hits another three. Connor Watson having himself a third quarter and a night. He's got 22 points so far.
And that's 5 threes for Connor Watson and an old-fashioned three-point play.
Freetag with the ball up top. That's a Sports Corner three for number 3, Maddox Crozier. A
His
nice
second
shot.
three of the quarter.
Got a little bit of confusion there, but they got the ball. Gives it to Ian Case. Holthouse for the Sports Corner three again off the back. Doyle had the rebound, but it goes to Connor Watson for another three right off the front of it.
Crozier's going to pick up a foul.
Drew Watson got the rebound.
It'll be his first, team second.
He scores 62-35 Bombers.
2:22 remaining here in the third quarter.
It's a team second for the Rockets.
You can see that on Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling scoreboard.
Pass
into
into
Doyle.
Doyle. Blocked.
Blocked by Triplett.
Nice defense. Holthouse up top. Gives it to Ian Case. That's over to Drew Watson. Tries to go up with the layup. Too many people. He gets blocked.
They said it was blocked, but he was fouled and blocked both. Freetag throws it up.
Is it
Triplett. Ian Case comes down with it, and they call Case with a travel as he got tangled up with Drew Watson.
A lot of people on the ground there, it seemed like, for a bit. But
Christian Danner back in the game. Yeah, Tyler Cummings, you're right. There's Bickerman with a shot. It rattles around and falls through.
Tyler Bickerman with his 5th point of the game.
He's got 5 all here in the quarter. Tyler Cummings, you're right. Here's Hunter Wilson for 3. It's off no good. Case with the rebound. But Connor Watson has struggled a little bit from the field this year, and it's good to see him getting the field back here in this game against Rushville-Industry. Wilson with the basketball down to Doyle. Into Case. Case, what a spin move and a bucket for Ian Case.
Nice pass, nice spin move, nice shot by Ian Case and Dion Doyle. They're working pretty well out there together so far. Drew Watson on the ball. Ian Case in the post on Triplett. Looking for something, passes it back out. The shot.
Well, that was a runner.
Might have been an alley-oop to himself. That's a dream, but that's a nice shot by number 2, Christian Danner.
His first 2 points of the night.
Holthouse with the ball, passes it over to Wilson. Gives it to Doyle. Doyle looking for something. Throws it cross court to Watson. Holthouse with the sports corner three. Hits it. That's a three-pointer for Braden Holthouse.
Picking up where he left off in the JV contest.
Score is 67-39 right now with 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Freitag with the ball, looking for something. Gives it up top to Crozier. Crozier with the drive. The layup blocked by Ian Case. Nice defense. Gives it up top to Doyle.
Dunk.
And a dunk. That's a nice dunk by Dion Doyle. The crowd absolutely got crazy. Everybody's cheering. This place just got loud. They were hoping for that. 69-39. 5 seconds left in the third quarter. It's going to be stolen. Drew Watson with the ball. And they're going to call a foul. It's going to be on the side. Ian Case won to the last shot, it looked like, but I'm going to call that back. That was it. Dion Doyle was looking for a dunk the whole game.
It's not 1-1. It's not 1-1.
Were the refs saying it was 1-1?
This one official was saying 1-1. Well, you've heard that whistle blow in your head a lot more than it actually has because we're not even close to a 1-1.
Yeah.
It's only the third team foul. Second on Crozier.
Drew Watson with the three, misses off the back iron. Dion Doyle was looking for a dunk the whole game.
You know the best part of that dunk?
The fact that he actually made it?
Nope. Best part of that dunk is it's 30-point lead now, so it's a running clock in the fourth quarter. Is that bad?
You know, no.
Let's talk about some sponsors here for this game. Game brought to you by the Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief weekly edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also receive the Monday and Wednesday editions downloaded from their website. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, and, of course, Macomb. And Good Hope Gardens, located at 445 East Main Street in Good Hope. That's just east of the North Elementary School for West Prairie. Open April through October. Yes, they're closed now, but they'll be opening soon, and they'll be looking to probably sell some frozen lamb. They do raise lambs and butcher and sell lamb meat through the off season. But make sure you join their Facebook page so you can see when they're ready to go. Currently closed, but they'll be open probably in about 2 months or so. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. Bomber basketball to open the final quarter of play. Then you have to reset the fouls. Hunter Kendrick, Hunter Wilson, Steven Stufflebeam, Lindsey May, and Jake Hobson on the floor for the Bombers. And a zone defense now for the Rockets as Triplett's going to play the middle. Hunter Wilson threw it up. Hobson got the rebound. He puts it up. It's off, no good. Triplett with the rebound for the Rockets. New faces on the floor for the Rockets as well. With the basketball, number 15 is Adam Sipes.
Misses a shot, rebounded by number 12, Hunter Wilson, driving up the court, looking for something. He takes a shot. Oh, he actually was going to pass that down to Hobson. It's going to be out off of the Rockets. That was going to be a nice pass, but it was blocked out of bounds.
Wyatt Fowler always also on the floor. Hunter Triplett.
Rockets pass it in up top to Wilson.
Scott Norton and McGinnis. Hunter Kendrick for three.
Steven Stufflebeam with the ball. Gives it to Wilson, back to Stufflebeam. Hunter Kendrick with the ball. Bombers passing around. Kendrick with the three. Misses. Rebounded by Triplett. The Bomber bench really wanted Kendrick to end up making that three. They all stood up for it, but it didn't quite fall for him.
Sipes to Triplett. Back to Sipes.
The Rockets looking for something. That's stolen away.
Hobson, a great defensive play down in the post.
And that's going to be a foul. Wilson's going to get two shots.
I think they're going to call McGinnis. They are. McGinnis is going to pick up the foul. I'm going to tell you, that's the fourth foul on the team. If McGinnis does not foul him and just lets him go, Wilson's going to travel.
Yeah.
Wilson was in the process of traveling and was not going to get the shot up in time before McGinnis fouled him.
Wilson makes the first free throw for the Bombers. That puts the score at 70-39.
Oops, wrong quarter.
And as Dwayne was happily alluding to earlier, we got a continuous clock right now for the Bombers. He makes the second one. 71-39, 5:30 left in the fourth quarter. Bombers have been playing pretty solid defense so far. Not only the starters, everybody who's come in. That's going to be a foul on Hobson down low. That'll be Hobson's first team second of the half. 5 minutes to go. McGinnis looking for somebody, finds. Oh, they're going to call a foul. He ended up passing it to Scott Norton, but he got fouled by number 12, Hunter Wilson.
Team's third.
They give it into Triplett. Almost a carry. They should have been a carry call, but they didn't call it. Number 15 Adam Sipes with the shot, but he misses. It's going to be a foul on number 10, I believe, Wyatt Fowler.
His first, team's fifth.
Steven Stufflebeam bringing up the ball. Such a fun name to say, I'm going to be honest.
He's usually got some family watching. Grandma's usually watching. Live chat's open, folks. Jake Hobson gets the bucket. Hop in there and let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for.
Kendrick on the ball. They pass it cross court.
Norton with it.
Gives it to McGinnis. Gives it back out to Sipes. Back to Norton. Gives it down to Triplett. He had an open layup for a bit.
That should have been a double dribble and a big block by Hobson.
McGinnis had it in his hands. There's a lot going on here. Whoa!
Holy smokes!
So finally, there's going to be a jump ball called. There's too much going on for my head to process.
That might have been the craziest half a trip down the floor I've ever seen in my life. Is Vuwa getting ready to check in for the Rockets?
Half the people ended up on the floor at one point or another.
I think that looked more like a rugby scrum.
Yeah, you know what? It was fun to watch. I'll give them that. Score 73-39. Rockets passing in the ball, gives it to Norton. Norton in the corner. Tipped by Kendrick.
Nice defensive play there.
Stufflebeam on the ball. The shot over him misses. Kendrick with the nice rebound. They're driving up the court. Kendrick, hop step. Nice hop step and the layup for Kendrick. The bench goes absolutely wild for him. That's great to see right there.
That was a great use of a jump stop by Hunter Kendrick right there.
That was a really nice move. Ian Case going to come into the game. Another turnover by the Rockets. Stufflebeam with the ball. Gives it to Kendrick. Back to Stufflebeam. Stufflebeam with the three. Misses.
Stufflebeam, one of the few players that has not scored yet. Hunter Wilson's going to try a three.
Stufflebeam with the ball. They didn't call a foul, but they called him out of bounds. That's going to be Rockets ball. Ian Case coming into the game for Jake Hobson.
Yep.
Excuse me. We got 2 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Been a fun game to watch so far between the Macomb High Bombers and the Rushville-Industry Rockets. The layup off the side of the backboard. Ian Case with the rebound. Gives it to Wilson.
Stufflebeam needs to score here.
That'd be fun to watch. Ian Case tries smacking it out of his hands, but Wyatt Fowler.
He's the only player on the floor that hasn't scored yet. For the Bombers, anyway. Jump ball. Possession to the Rockets.
Possession for the Bombers.
Oh, they had another jump ball earlier, didn't they? When it was rolling around on the floor.
Yeah, when there was absolute havoc. Yeah.
I forgot to mark that one. My apologies, folks. Give it to Stufflebeam.
I'd shoot it right there. He's
Put
driving.
It up, Stufflebeam. There it is. There it is.
Yeah. The layup for Stufflebeam goes in. That makes the score 70-39. There's going to be a timeout.
The only player not to have scored yet for the Bombers is Drew Watson.
Man.
Everybody else has scored. Drew hasn't really, in his defense, played very much.
No, and he was looking more to pass. He didn't take very many shots. He took one layup, but that was crowded, and he got fouled, but they didn't end up calling it. That's a nice shot right there. But
Dallin Lashmet is in the game for the Rockets. Hunter Kendrick's going to lay one up.
Nice layup by Hunter Kendrick right there. Push the score even further. We got 45 seconds left.
40-point game.
On the corner, Stufflebeam. That's a three-pointer, almost banked in. Ball's kicked around. Again, a lot happening. Fowler fell on the floor, I believe.
Lindsey May gave him a little hip check, and Fowler wasn't real happy about it either, I might point out.
We got 20 seconds left here. Clock's running. Macomb probably going to just hold on to this ball unless Stufflebeam decides to go for more points. They're looking to shoot it. Off the side, Stufflebeam.
It hit the upper hanger, and that's pretty much going to be the end of this one. (79-39) the final. We will take a break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
And welcome back to the hangar at Macomb High School. 79-39 the final here as the Bombers pick up a 40-point win over the Rushville-Industry Rockets. And we'll go through some scoring here for the two teams. Team high 12 points apiece for Bennett Freetag and Afton Clark. Bennett Freetag was 3 of 4 from the free throw line as well. They both had 12 points. 2 points for Christian Danner, 6 points for Maddox Crozier, who hit 2 threes in the third quarter. 2 points for Bronson Bartlett as well. For the Bombers, this is going to take a few minutes. Every player that played scored except Drew Watson, and in Drew's defense, he played very little there at the end of the first half. A game-high 22 points for Connor Watson. He had 5 3-pointers in the game. 14 points for his first game back and off the bench for Dion Doyle. Nobody else was in double figures, but, man, they scored a bunch. 6 points for Ian Case, 6 points for J.T. Jeter, 2 points for Steven Stufflebeam, 2 points for Hunter Wilson, 2 points for Langdon Allen, 4 points for Nolan Kerr, 4 points for Hunter Kendrick, 5 points for Lindsey May, 1 point on 1 of 2 free throws for Jack Duncan, 6 points for Jake Hobson, and 3 points for Brayton Holdhouse. I think that totals 79. It's a lot of people scoring a lot of points.
It was a great game by the Bombers. They I don't know. They kept on feeding everybody. Everybody got a chance to score, obviously.
You kind of have to think the first game, it was the first game back for Dion Doyle, and that he's going to make this team a whole lot better.
The Bombers have lost a few at the beginning of the season. Could have been one, maybe another player out there to help them, and I think Dion Doyle is probably going to be that guy coming towards the end of the season.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a different team with Dion Doyle on the floor, so we'll see how that changes things here as we move along. For the Bombers, this game has also been brought to you tonight by Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there is limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and, of course, online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. And Midwest Ice, do you need ice for an upcoming event? Look no further. Midwest Ice has you covered. Midwest Ice is Central Illinois' newest ice delivery service. We deliver ice directly to your event. Call Blaine Ranch at 309-351-8192 for a quote today. Also, McDonough District Hospital. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best 2017, 2018, 2019, 2021, and 2022. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. And also a special shout out to Katie Kipling, a Bushnell homegrown product. That is the 3-time running athletic trainer of the year in the McDonough County area. So congratulations to her. If you're just joining us, 79-39 Bombers get a big win over the Rushville-Industry Rockets. And we'll take another break, and we'll come back with interviews in just a couple minutes. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has been bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be back right after this.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
And welcome back to Macomb High School. The Hangar here as the Bombers get a big 79-39 win over the Rushville-Industry Rockets. And the guy with the biggest part in that's with us, Connor Watson. And Connor, you've had really good games and really not so good games, I'm sure, from your point of view. But, man, you were feeling it tonight.
Yeah, for sure. These last 3 games, I've been back on track shooting, and it's definitely been a weight off my shoulders for sure.
You're a shooter, and everybody knew that it was going to come back. I'm sure you knew it was going to do. You were going to get that feel back, right? How hard is that time period where you're struggling just a little bit, and how good is it when it comes back?
Yeah, it's tough because it's just one little thing, and you turn it into all the big things. You're trying to figure out what's going wrong, and in the gym a lot trying to figure it out. So it's definitely nice to get it back.
Well, you guys played pretty well tonight. You guys have kept, it seems like all year long, you've been adding a player, right? I mean, JT was gone. Ian's been gone. Now Dion's back. I don't think that no matter what people think of this team at this point, until tonight, I don't think they really know what to expect from this team. I mean, Dion adds a whole new perspective. You're shooting the ball better than you have all year.
For sure.
I mean, this team is head and shoulders, I think, at this point, maybe better than you've been all year.
Yeah, for sure. And we're hoping to get Baraka back for this weekend's shootout, so then we'll be at full strength starting this weekend. So it's definitely nice to get everyone back playing together and getting in a groove.
So you're obviously kind of the focal point of the team. You're the shooter. You're the ball handler. You penetrate. Having more pieces to a puzzle, how much easier does that make your job?
A lot easier because defense has to focus on more than just one thing, They were stepping out on my shooting, which I wasn't making shots, and then we had Dion. Now they have another element they have to try and take away to stop us.
How awesome was it to see Ian and Dion working together tonight? That could be a very formidable duo down
Yeah, they've
low.
been playing together their whole lives, so I think it's the first time they've played together in a high school game, so it's definitely nice to see them get going.
So you guys play in a shootout, a couple good teams this weekend. You're going to really get a test, right, to see. Coach Anderson talked about tests all season long up until this point. You finally got most of the whole crew back. How important is this test this weekend to get some really good teams for you as a player to see where you guys rate?
Yeah, we think that when we play well, we can beat anybody in the state, so it's going to be nice to go up against a top 10 team in the state in Rock Ridge and see where we stand.
Well, thank you very much for coming over and talking to us. 5 threes tonight. That's kind of what we expect out of Connor Watson, right? Is that what you expect out of yourself when
for sure.
when you're shooting around in the gym the day before? Okay.
Yep.
Well, Connor, thank you very much. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you down the road.
Thank you.
Connor Watson talking to us for a few minutes there, and Coach Anderson is right behind us as well. So we'll give Coach Anderson the microphone without even taking a break. And well, Coach, you just keep getting closer and closer to having that whole team together, don't you?
We are. We took a big step forward big step forward in that tonight. Being able to get Dion involved in his first game action. He's been involved in practices, and you can just feel the difference in the energy when he's involved in practice. And I think tonight when he went in the game, it really sparked our energy as well.
Well, I know.
Yeah, like Connor Watson had a really nice game, but Dion Doyle and Ian Case, they worked really well together today. It looked like some really fun basketball to be watching and playing.
Yeah, they did work really well together, and that's something that we were kind of banking on, right? Because they've played together more so than what, say, Connor's played with the guys that are juniors, or obviously JT didn't play with these guys as youth, right? Because he was a move-in, and so I don't think Connor and Jack and Langdon played a lot with the boys that are juniors right now coming up. How sometimes that works where the classes get intermingled but they didn't really do a lot of that. And so this is the first year really that some of these guys have played together. But I think there's a connection between Dion and Ian. I think they trust each other on the floor, and I thought you saw some of that tonight.
How nice was it to see Connor Watson shooting the ball well, making all those threes, just helping the team lead?
Yeah, the last couple ball games he has shot the ball well. I think maybe a little home cooking was probably really beneficial for him to see the first couple go through the rim. Man, that changes everything. And I think that it just goes to show that his problem was just maybe confidence, right? Everybody falls into that trap. After you miss several, you start doubting yourself. And I think now that he's seen it go through the hoop the last 3 games, really going all the way back to Lewiston and West Prairie, then he's ready to go. He's back to thinking every one of them's going in.
Well, one of the things that I think is part of that deal too is when you're feeling it, you're not forcing it. And it seemed like when he was struggling a little bit, he was forcing things a little more. Tonight, he didn't force anything,
sure,
which I think helps too, right?
Well, yeah, I think it works. It works with the fact that we're doing a better job now of sharing the ball too. Coach said at halftime we had 21 made baskets, and like 12 of them were assisted baskets.
Right.
When you're getting that many assisted baskets, that shows that you're looking for each other, you're setting each other up, you're finding the open guy, and that'll take some pressure off of a guy who thinks he has to make plays for us to win, which he does. But when you're playing together that way, it takes a lot of pressure off of him.
And one of the biggest things I saw, at least, and I think everybody saw, was how the teamwork and how many people scored. Like Drew Watson was the only person that played that didn't score, and that's not a knock to him. It's just
he didn't play very much.
He didn't play very much, and he was looking for passes. I think
sure.
He wasn't looking to score as much, but how great was it to see everybody scoring?
Yeah, that is really neat. We played 14 guys and 13 of them got in the scoring column. You don't see that very often, and that was really fun for. My favorite part about that is when the roles reverse and you have your regulars out and your guys that don't get a lot of time in, and watching how the regulars are still really excited and still enthusiastic about what's happening on the court.
Yeah,
I think that goes a long way.
Tyler Cummings watches a lot of our games, and he was saying that exact same thing, how excited the bench was for the kids scoring. And that means, to me at least, and you can tell me what you think, to me that means the team is together.
Well, I think that's a good sign, right? I think enthusiasm will carry a long way regardless of what situation you're in. If it's a football game, baseball or basketball or whatever, if you can stay enthusiastic and be genuine about it, that's going to lift you out of your lowest spots, and it's going to help you keep your level high. Now, obviously, we still have a lot of work to do with X's and O's and techniques and rotations and all those types of things. But, man, if you can keep that enthusiasm, it makes that work seem a lot easier.
So I have 2 more things for you. First thing, tied 6-6 in the first quarter. I kind of felt like your defense, which is your stalwart thing, wasn't right on at the beginning of the game like it has been. Did that concern you at all? I mean, they responded well, obviously, that turned around. But
talked about before the game how you have to have high expectations, okay? You have to have those expectations for your opponent and also for yourself, because if you have those high expectations for yourself, you won't settle for anything less than your best effort. We weren't giving our best effort defensively in the first 3-4 minutes of the game. We got beat baseline right here for a layup, no reason at all. I think one of the first baskets was we kind of double-teamed a guy for absolutely no reason, and he passed it to the wide-open man for an easy one. We weren't expecting it to be a challenge. I think when it got 6-6, and maybe they even had the ball 6-6 with a chance to take the lead, I think then some of our guys saw, okay, now it's time to turn it on. But, the best groups, they have that right from the get-go. And so that's something that we have to keep working on with our guys.
Now, you and I have talked on numerous occasions, especially early in the season, about tests.
Right.
You kind of failed your first test when you got beat by West Hancock.
Sure.
You responded well. You passed the test, but you didn't get a win against Quincy Notre Dame.
Yeah.
You've had some other tests you've passed. You've failed a couple tests. But now that you've got a good most of your core group back now, you're going to a weekend that I think looks like a real test kind of weekend for you guys.
And it's good timing for it, right? It's good timing for it. We've had 3 games here at home. The last 3 games, we're able to get everybody involved. We're able to build our enthusiasm, get some confidence. And so now it's time to walk down the hall and take the test. You're absolutely right. And I think it's going to be tough. Both those games will be tough. Riverdale's really athletic, and they shoot the ball extremely well. They're tall and long. They're going to be taller and longer than most of the guys that we put out there. And Rock Ridge is just solid. I mean, they are solid top to bottom, and they're a really tough team to guard because they have so many weapons. So, yeah, it is that weekend shootout's going to be a really good test for us.
And, we're saying you're taking a test this weekend. And I said to Connor when we were talking to him, everybody thought Macomb was going to be okay, and then they thought they'd be better at certain points and you'd get better. But nobody has seen the team you have to put out on the floor right now. Even you guys haven't seen it. I mean, you've had kids sick. JT was hurt at the beginning of the year. Ian Case has been sick a lot.
Right.
Dion hasn't been here. Nobody has seen this team yet.
Right.
I mean, you're really bringing a team 2/3 of the way through the season that's a brand new team that everybody's going to have to look at new.
Right. And so our challenge now is to take all those individual pieces and then blend it into the best group that we can be. And a lot of that's going to have to happen in practices. It really is. And that's something that we're really going to have to concentrate on. We're going to have to compete with each other in practice to see who's going to earn those extra minutes, right? We're going to have to compete and see who's willing to keep their enthusiasm high, even if they're a guy that's losing minutes, because sometimes that's tough for guys to do. But I think we have some individuals that are really excited, and hopefully that excitement will be very contagious.
That's a hard job for you as a coach, too.
It's sometimes,
because there's a good possibility that somebody that's played a lot and very well for you isn't going to start or isn't going to get as much time, right?
And so it's going to really test the maturity of some of our guys, too. But if we have guys that their mindset is they want the team to be as best as it can be, we'll be okay.
Well, Coach, I was impressed with how these kids looked tonight. I felt like it looked like a different team.
Yeah, I thought it did too at times, absolutely. So
I think you guys, I think where people thought you were and where you're going to be it's like there's opportunity to be miles different.
Sure, yeah, and let's hope we take advantage of those opportunities.
All right, Coach, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. Coach Anderson talking to us on the post-game show. I don't even know what time of the day it is. What time of the day is it?
It's about 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. Well, that's going to do it. Luke, thank you very much. You think you can fly solo? We're going to try to do some West Hancock games.
I think my wings are slowly growing. I think I'm getting a bit more confident with it. That's some great help.
You just got to not worry about it. That's what I do. I just talk. And if somebody spells John Jon and starts making fun of my name, I'm okay with it. I just ignore it. That's what you got to do. Just ignore it.
Something I really liked about today was I had fun. And you know what? That's what I enjoy.
That's right. That's what it's all about. And they say if you enjoy your job, you'll never work a day in your life. So that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So for Grant Hicks on the camera, for Luke Little on the play-by-play, I'm Dwayne Hill. Thanks for joining us tonight. We got basketball tomorrow night from the Hancock County Tournament at Southeastern. West Hancock plays Illini West, and Southeastern plays Unity tomorrow night. We'll have those two games, and also have we'll have West Prairie and A-Town tomorrow night as well on our channel. And then we'll have wrestling on Thursday, Hancock County Tournament on Friday. All kinds of great stuff this week and weekend. So thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you again very soon here. Once again, the final from the hangar, 79-39. It's Arnold Brothers coverage of Bomber Sports on TSSR Game Time, live presented by MDH.